This is the Lake of Legends layering stencil set from Hero Arts. There are 4 6x6 stencils in this set to create this really fantastic background scene. This is part of the Don't Stop Believin' collection from Hero Arts, and it works so well as backgrounds with all of the other dies and Stampin' Cuts from that collection. For this first card that I was creating, I put it on the front of a card, but backwards because I was creating a trifold card. Use some Distress ink for the first layer, making sure that I was darker towards the background of the lake or the distant part of the lake and the base of the mountain, and then lighter towards the foreground. Then that second stencil adds a little bit more detail to the lake. I used the same color as the lake for that sky, but just a little bit lighter tone. I added a little bit of interference ink on the details of the lake for a little bit of extra shimmer to it, and I love the final result of that. There are 2 other stencils that create the hills, one that creates the whole shape and then one that adds extra detail. Once again, I use some Distress ink for that. You can use whatever inks you want for your ink blending. I definitely prefer ones that are water-based so that it makes it really easy to clean off those stencils. Another option here would be to do the first stencil, the third and fourth, and then with that second stencil, add a little bit of Stickles glitter gel on some of those details on the lake, but you would have to wait for it to dry. But that's another option. This last stencil here just adds a little bit more detail to those hills, and it creates just a beautiful background. So I did 5 different interactive cards with the rest of the collection, and you can see how those backgrounds look, or that this background looks with the other elements of the collection. You can obviously use it with other things as well. And I do think this background is so beautiful. You could even create a card just with this stenciled background and then a very simple sentiment. So you don't necessarily need to get super complicated with it, but it is just a beautiful one. It creates a really interesting background, and with only 4 layers, it makes it really quick and easy. So you can add extra color like I did on that sky there, just to create a bit of a sunset or sunrise sky. Here I did 2 backgrounds and then put them on a double Z fold card, so when it's closed, the background creates a full background. Such a fun way to create cards and to just have beautiful backgrounds for them. I know I'm going to be using this stencil a ton.